Okay, so a bit of a rant today, boys. Let me close the blind real quick. So basically, this is what I want to talk about, right? So, let me put you down right here. Let me actually prop you up on something light. Okay, I'll pop you up on my mouth tape. So essentially, here's the thing. I reading Alex Hormozi's books right now, $100 million offers. All three of them, you're actually propped up on them right now. So essentially, I'm writing landing pages, I'm creating offers, and I'm like just kind of going through the whole process that he teaches in the books. And then I spent like 2 days building this landing page on Webflow, right? 2 days I spent building this landing page. I'm trying to get the pictures to move across the screen. And I do it and it's not even working, right? And then I'm just like, let me just ask Claude to write a little something. And I copied the landing page design that I liked, and I put in all the copy that I use on my page, and it comes out with this amazing, spectacular landing page. Like really, really good. And I'm like, what's the point? Why am I even learning how to build a landing page when I can get Claude to do it in like less than a minute, and it's sick. Like it looks so sick. I could show you a picture of it right now. Stay right there. Oh, my phone's in my pocket. I'll show you the landing page right now. Right? Now, granted, it's not finished. Right? I don't know if you can see that, but it's probably back to front. But the colours, right, are sick. It's got all the copy. It's got this really cool fancy text. And it's just got everything, right? And then just keep scrolling. Right, it's not perfect, but I'm going to work on it a little bit more and get Claude to sort it out. It's got all the modules. I know it's back to front probably. It's got everything, right? Mine was terrible. Mine was like this grey, black and white thing. And Claude just comes out with this look. It's got this cool little like $149, 91% off. And I'm just like, is AI like, there are skills worth learning still, and there are skills that are not necessarily worth learning now because you can just get AI to do it so fast. Now I obviously still think that learning it is very important, but the time it takes to learn that, when you can get AI to do it in 20 seconds, probably better than you would do it if you had spent like a year learning. It's just like, is it even worth trying to do that? And then my point number 2 is that, now this is a little bit of a rant video, but I'm spending days writing copy, reading Reddit, writing copy, trying to word it in a way that it sounds like persuasive and understanding and all of that, right? And then you just ask ChatGPT and it writes copy that's like way better. And it's just like, is it still worth continuing to learn the skills? Now, obviously there's probably a certain level where it's like, okay, you would probably surpass AI in its skill as a human. But it's just like, I'm learning these skills at a low level. And right now, AI is way better than me. And it's almost discouraging to continue because what's the point when AI is so good? That's kind of what I'm getting to, right? It's just like AI is so good. Like I read the $100 million offers. I created an offer. I'm learning about leads. I'm like, how do I script an ad? How do I write an ad? How do I write a convincing ad? And then I'm like, I'm not talking to ChatGPT. I give it all my copy. I say, look, help me script an interesting ad here. I actually said, create me a prompt, and then I use that prompt in a specific script generating AI, and it comes up with 30 scripts in like 10 seconds. I'm like, motherfucker. It would take me ages to come up with that many scripts. I don't even know what to write. I don't even know what structure. And now obviously these like skills can be worked on and whatever. But I think at the end of the day, I think to beat AI, you have, you're never going to be able to beat AI in a general sense, but probably learning one specific skill and getting extremely good at that to the point where AI can't replace you, or your work is better than AI. Because every time I use it, I'm pretty much amazed. Like I love it and I hate it, because on the one hand, it's super useful for finding information, but on the second hand, I think it's like terrible for like brainstorming. Like, we're gonna lose brain power because you don't have to think anymore. You can just ask ChatGPT to do it and it comes out with all the answers you need. And it's like humans will take the path of least resistance. So to get it to generate 30 scripts is way easier than me sitting there and writing it, especially when the scripts it writes will probably be better than the ones that I write. Now maybe I'll take the scripts and I'll use their structure and I will write them in my own way, and like tweak them here and there to give it a bit of more of a human touch. But I think that's where where it lies. You can probably use AI to do the general thing, and then you can like tweak it yourself. And I'm just using my hand movements to make it more interesting what I'm saying, putting more emphasis on the words. But yeah, that's my experience with the AI so far. It's like, if I don't have this, like, if I'm learning the skills like copywriting and web design, it's quite discouraging when you then go to ChatGPT or like Claude and they can do it way better, like way better. I guess I'm also like stuck between like whether to use that to my advantage. Should I use that and then just run with it and learn how to build like funnels and VSLs and scripts and use it and just use it as a tool? But at the same time, I'm almost sacrificing developing the skill. Or is it going to speed up my skill development? At the end of the day, we're all kind of dealing with this new AI thing. It's only been out for like a couple of years. I think it was 2023 when ChatGPT dropped. So even like now, it's just like we're still getting to grips with it. But I don't think that you should fully rely on it. I think you should always add the human touch. But I also think that you should just use it as a tool and not necessarily like waste loads of time trying to do something. Like, it's like using a hammer when you could just use a massive fucking JBL digger. It's like using a shovel versus using a massive JBL digger. It's like they both get the same job done, but at the same time, it's like, oh, well, now I'm almost losing the art of shoveling. In that sense, I mean, like, you're losing the art of like web design and copywriting and all of that kind of stuff. Like, I'm not necessarily gaining that skill. But what skill am I gaining? Do I just want to gain the skill of knowing how to use AI? Who knows? I mean, I'm going to continue to use it. After all that being said, I'm going to continue to use it because at the end of the day, if I learn how to write copy and I learn how to build websites and all of that other stuff in that kind of sphere, but I use AI on the side, it's going to help me with ideas and I'm going to be able to improve what it does. And it's like a symbiosis, if that's the right word. It's like a mixing of AI and human, and I think that's probably just the way it's going to go from here on out. Everything's going to be a bit of a mixture of both. Unless AI actually gets to the point where it can think like a human, then we're probably done. Because in the way that you might accidentally just tread on an ant, or you might just remove an anthill to build a house, and these are not necessarily my original ideas, but I've probably heard this from somewhere, but like, that's probably what AI would do. It's just like, oh, they're in the way. Let's just move them. Like, we don't go out there trying to kill ants. We just move them because they're an inconvenience. that probably would happen with AI if it ended up becoming like general AI and like gets into robots and all of that. But I mean, it's probably closer than we think. But yeah, that's my point, right? Use AI, but use it sparingly, right? Don't give up your entire brain power to AI. Actually think, otherwise you're just gonna, your brain's gonna turn to mush. And that's what I'm afraid of. For myself personally, I don't want my brain to turn to mush. I want to actually be able to get good at stuff and skills. Anyway, appreciate you for watching. A little AI rant over. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.